coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Brooklyn Beats. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time, and they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
At the 23, it's second and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
The 21-yard line. A gain of 2 makes it third down and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The pass.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
The score, Beats 3, Bills 0.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
39.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made back at the...
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third down and nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off for number 37. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
And
4. The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 52 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sacked. A fumble on the play.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
And to give this time to the tailback.
3.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Brought down at the 37.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
The pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
This is unbelievable.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And to give this time to the tailback. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
He's brought down at the 31. Brings up 2nd down.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
1st and 10.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Back to throw here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Number 86.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
It's caught right side by Daniels. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. This will be caught at about the 5.
The pass.
And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And goal at the 4.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal. From the 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 34-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
Beats 6.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 26-yard.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. But he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
3rd and 4.
And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the third quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability, and they showed it on that last play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
1st and 10 at the
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
That might feel like...
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hold here with a 1st and 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Ed Oliver made the tackle. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and...
Now this time he'll look to throw. The defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
16. Bills 10.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The 3rd quarter hasn't been so kind to him or them. They were winning at halftime down. Maybe he needs to get going, get this spark back.
It probably felt pretty easy in the first half. You know, not easy like they can do whatever they want, but they were locked in. Things were going well. Whatever changes were made by the defensive side, They're winning with him right now. As you said, they've got to find that spark, maybe make some changes themselves on offense.
Right now they're clamping down on him in the run game.
Up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
So I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone.
6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
2nd and 4. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
Beats 19. Bills 10.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Taken down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
The tackle made just shy of midfield.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Douglas. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bates. And a loose football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. He's got him in, complete. Now he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And to give this time to the tailback. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
20-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
And he is caught at the 7-yard line.
The pass.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
2 yards.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will give him a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Beats 22, Bills 10.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call him your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This is taken at the 23. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
He's brought down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
to throw now on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
2nd and 6 at the Bills' 48-yard.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that one makes this a 19-point game. That time a 9-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bills going to take over again on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
7, and the Bills' first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
Buffalo.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
And Daniels has it left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
To number 89.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills cut into that lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Blankenship out for the point after.
Extra point.
And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Good.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Bills say they have it, and they do. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now the extra point.
Point after.
And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills getting set to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Whistle against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And he'll give it here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Ed Oliver made the tackle. A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
39. The tackle made at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 10.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Brooklyn, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.